Hi, welcome to your Yoga for Everybody class. My name is Skylar Ramirez with Plano Parks and Recreation. Let's go ahead and get started today with our class. So from wherever you are, if you know that you've been experiencing any sort of maybe discomfort in your back, maybe along your spine or your shoulders, I recommend that you go ahead and sit on a blanket for us to start with some breathing today. If you don't have a blanket, of course, you are more than welcome to have a seat in a chair, or I have a fancy yoga bolster that I like to use in a lot of my seated positions as well. And you can use just a nice big firm pillow off your bed even to do this. You don't have to have like labeled yoga accessories for them to be useful in this class. So let's come to any seated position for your body, any position at all. Find where you're able to experience the most comfort. And as we experience the most comfort, there are fewer distractions from the physical body interfering with your mind or interfering with your breath. Once you get comfortable, know that you can change your position at any time. It is common for the body to cramp up after it's been in one position for a while. So move around, fidget, just know that you don't have to be still at any point in the class. Let's lower our head enough so that if we had an egg on our head, the egg would roll off our head. And we're just going to start with sitting nice and tall. You may want to turn the palms up in your lap or off to the side. Turning the palms up is the quickest way to improve posture as this brings your shoulders back and down. Another option is to turn the palms down. So apart from physical benefits that can be had with the positioning of your hands, there are some interesting energetic concepts here as well. And these concepts go back to acupressure points in your hands. So if you maybe have been feeling a little anxious lately, if you know that you've been feeling jittery or like kind of flighty or upset, I recommend you put your hands down. This is considered grounding for the nervous system. If you've been feeling kind of tired, if you've had cabin fever, maybe you've been experiencing emotions that are like sort of like depression, then or melancholy even, you might want to turn your palms up. So this has to do with basically manipulating acupressure points and the nervous system just by positioning the hands. Now, once you get into that comfortable place that fits your body and your emotional state today, simply sit tall and bring awareness to the breath. Let's inhale through the nose and exhale from your throat as if you're going to fog a mirror. Push heat out from your body. Let's try this a few times. We're breathing in through the nose, feeling the stomach, feeling the chest expand with the breath. And then exhaling from the throat as if you're trying to fog a mirror. Maybe even seeing the breath leave like this red vapor energy coming up and moving out from your body. Inhaling through the nose and then exhale from your throat. Let's do maybe two more. Now let the body rest. Allow the body to breathe in any natural way. Unless otherwise instructed, it is recommended that you continue to try breathing in through the nose as much as possible. Let's take our hands up and out beside us. Inhaling, pulling the elbows back. Let's sweep the arms up and overhead. Reach to the sky. Big breath in. And now exhale, bend your elbows and pull those elbows back behind you, almost like a big yawning gesture for the body. Let's try that a few more times, choreographing the movement to the breath. Inhale, sweep it back, reach overhead, lift up out of your ribs, and then exhale, palms forward, elbows bend. Let's add in that active breath with this, inhaling through the nose. And then exhaling with that ha breath. Let's try 2 or 3 more. Inhale. Exhale back. Imagine that maybe you're moving through warm water, giving the body this sense of fluidity, a sense of buoyancy. Let's do just one more. Big inhale, stretching out the sides of the ribs, and then exhale back. When you're ready, let's take the left arm up, and on an exhale, slowly turn to the right. Reach that left arm across to the outside of your right thigh or knee, and let's turn and look over the right shoulder. Inhaling, taking the left arm up and down. Let's take the right arm up, big breath in, reach, pull up and out of the armpit and the rib. Exhale, twist to the left, taking that right arm across your body and looking over the left shoulder. Maybe even closing the eyes. We're going to stay here just another couple breaths. Breathe into that upper left lung. Let's take our right arm up and down beside us. Both arms come up, big breath in. Little bigger movement. Exhale, both arms twist out, and we twist to the right, looking over that right shoulder. Breathe into the upper right lung. One more. When you're ready, both arms up, floating like a sunrise. And then exhale, arms come down like a sunset. Looking over the left shoulder, breathe into the upper left lung. Two more. Let's inhale, arms overhead. From here, bend the elbows and place your fingertips just really light on the head, behind the ears. Inhale, pull the ribs up and maybe even look up just a little bit to stretch the muscles and the lymph nodes in the throat. On an exhale, bring your elbows forward towards each other. Drop the chin into the chest and round your spine. So you're going to curl up into almost a little bitty ball while you're seated. Feel the muscles stretching behind your heart. Try breathing into that space between your shoulder blades. When you're ready, inhale, lift up, open the elbows, lift the ribs. Big inhale. And now exhale. Round the spine, pull those elbows in towards each other. Let's try a couple more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Last one. And close. When you're ready, inhale, let's open. Reach up overhead. And now exhale, relax those hands down. From wherever you are, take the feet up in front of you with the knees bent. You may want to stay on your perch. You could stay on that prop for support, or you can sit down flat on the floor if that feels comfortable. I'm going to turn to the side so you're able to see the movement a little better. Let's take our knees out wide, probably a little wider than your shoulders. Then take your hands and wrap them on the outside of the thigh, maybe even under that knee and thigh area. On an inhale, we're shifting forward with our ribs moving towards the inside of the body. Inhale, pull up from the ribs, lift the head. On the exhale, pull the belly button back, drop the head, and round the spine. Inhaling, coming forward, lifting up through the ribs, opening the throat. Exhale, pulling the navel back, dropping the chin into the chest. Seated cat and cow. Let's keep that rhythm of inhaling forward and opening, stretching the intestines and the stomach. And then exhale, round the spine, stretching over the kidneys and the lungs. Just a couple more. Big breath in. You can exhale with that ha. Like you're fogging a mirror. Last one. And exhale. From here, let's come up to easy seated. We're walking our feet to the center. Let's bring our hands down either onto our prop. If you're up pretty high, you may want to scoot to the edge. If you're on the floor, the hands can stay down beside you. We just want to avoid turning your hands back. So either keep your hands a little bit out to the side, fingers from the side of the hip, or fingertips forward is actually considered the safest for your shoulders and your neck. From wherever you are, let those knees begin to sway left and right, encouraging just a little bit more circulation and blood flow into the side hip, up into the pelvis as well. Inhaling through the nose, exhale. Notice which side feels more comfortable to turn towards, and go ahead and allow your body to come down onto the floor and make your way around into all fours position for traditional cat and cow. For traditional cat and cow, we make a straight line with the joints from the shoulder to the elbow, straight down to the wrist. Our knees are at hip width distance, and we can look back and see that our ankles go straight back from the knee. So notice if your toes are touching, separate the toes. If your toes are out to the side, bring them in so we can line up those leg bones. If this is creating any pain on your wrist, you could always use a fist with your thumbs forward, or you can come down onto your elbows if that feels better. I'm gonna get on my elbows today, and I'm gonna use my bolster because it feels nice and cushiony. From wherever you are, drop your belly, push your hips and buttocks back, look straight forward, lifting the head, inhaling here, cow pose. On the exhale, we're pulling the tailbone down and dropping our head, lifting the belly button up into the spine. Again, stretching over the kidneys, over the back of the lungs. Taking a big inhale here and notice how it feels. Let's try that 2 more times. So we're clearing out the lungs. And we're promoting in Indian medicine, this pose is promoting water in the element, and the water element, hydration in the body. We're moving into some very cold weather. It is going to rain, but we're going to be in the heat, so it's going to be dry. We want to promote the water element. Big inhale. When you're ready, relax to neutral. Let's inhale into cow, dropping the belly, hips hinging back, looking forward, just a simple shift in the gaze. We may even want to shift our eyes up a little bit. Inhaling here. Exhale into cat. Let's round the spine, drop the head, hold cat. Inhale in cat. Again, promoting that water element. Feeling the breath move along the back sides of your spine, breathing into that space behind the heart. When you're ready, let's find neutral spine. And we're just going to let the body kind of roll around a little bit. So you're going to circle the hips, tiny, tiny, tiny. If you're noticing any pain in the knees or shoulders, bring the hands in or bring those knees closer together. And you're just going to slowly circle around. So we're kind of just sort of stirring some energy up with the low back and the hips. Change direction at any time. Still loosening up the outer hip. Maybe just one more circle. Let's come to a still point and find child's pose, Balasana. So child's pose can be done by pressing the hips back towards the heels. The hips may or may not touch down to your feet. The further down the hips go, the more strain that is on your knees. So listen to your precious knees. If your knees start screaming at you, bring those hips up. No matter where you are with this, let's walk our hands over to the left. We're just going to do a nice big side stretch, stretching out the side of the body. Breathe along that side open body, whatever side is more open. Breathe into that space along the trunk of the body. When you're ready, walk it to neutral. Let's allow the body to reset for a breath or two. When it feels right, walk the hands over to the other side for your side stretch. Pushing the breath up against the side lung, noticing what part of the body feels more open to receive your breath today. Let's bring the hands to center. Reaching dynamically. Think of trying to maybe even flare out your elbows a little bit. You're going to try to stretch under your armpit and on the side of the chest and breast region. From here, let's slowly come forward. There are a lot of different ways to come up to standing. I am always teaching a standard transition as is taught in physical therapy. If you've been instructed by a physician or therapist to move in a specific way, please do what your physician instructs. From wherever you are, if you're considering trying something a little new today, from all fours, I recommend coming up onto the fingertips to transition. Let your hips relax, and we're going to take one foot forward. Your foot could be even a little bit out to the side. I'm bringing one hand up onto my thigh, away from the knee joint for support. Tucking my back toe, I begin to push, and then we can step forward. From here, we're keeping the hands on the thighs or the shins for support. No matter where you are, start to push your hips back so that the back is flat or neutral. And when the back is flat or neutral, we know the legs are working for us to keep us safe. Let's let those hips sway just a tiny bit. Again, we're loosening up the low back and hips as we make our way up into standing. Noticing if you feel any different sensations in the feet. You'll notice I'm practicing today in tennis shoes. It just was a quick transition today for me between classes and clients. So I've decided to keep my shoes on today, but you can have yours on or off. Let's make our way to a still point with the knees soft. Slowly walk the hands up and make your way up into standing. From our standing position, we're taking our feet out to the width of the hips or pelvis bones. Take a moment and notice what your body interprets as hip width. Usually the feet are too wide, so take it in just a little bit. If you find the edge of the fleshy hip and draw a line straight down, the edges of your feet would be at that point. Let's take our shoulders back and down and open the hands. On an inhale, we're extending the left arm straight up overhead. Sweep and circle that arm back. Then reach up towards the sky like you're holding on to 100 helium balloons. Press down into that left foot. Imagine your left foot is sinking into the earth while you continue to reach with that left arm. You can look up, very traditional to look up, but also very strenuous on the neck. So as an alternative, we can look ahead with the heart, or we can look over the right shoulder, working with gravity. Take your right hand and bring it across your body under your left rib or under that left armpit region. On an inhale, we're going to pull up with that right hand. So what we're doing is we're helping to open the side of the body, opening the left waistline. Breathe into your upper left lung. Remember to smile. That's the advanced version in everything in life. Just smile through it. Big inhale. When you're ready, come to center. Exhale, sweep that arm back and relax the hand down. Let's come to neutral. Both shoulders back and down, both palms open. Inhaling, taking that right arm, sweep it back, reach it overhead. Maybe look up, maybe look ahead, or look down towards the left side of the body. Push down into your right foot. Reach dynamically through the fingertips. Let's take our left hand across the body, underneath the right ribs. Or you can bring it a little higher on the armpit. We're actually pushing onto the lymphatic system and onto lymph nodes here. On an inhale, let's pull up. Breathe mostly into that upper right lung. Maybe even try to flare your ribs out against your hand a little bit. Notice the breath. It could be a little labored. It could be a little more shallow. It's going to change. When you're ready, reach up a little more. And now sweep that arm back. Release both hands. Let's open the palms. Take the hands in front of you and lace the fingertips. You can have the hands low in front of your belly with the elbows bent. It almost feels a little ballet-ish, I would say. You can have them low, or you can have them at chest height, or you can bring them up a little higher. From here, invert the palms so that you're able to push forward with the palms of your hands pressing away from the body. Let's keep the knees soft while we continue to open through the back body. Inhale, big breath in and push. Exhale, relax and bend your elbows. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, press, push away. And then exhale, bring it in a little bit. Last one, inhale, push away. And now exhale, relax. Let's let the hands come down beside us. Inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Exhale, swan diving halfway down. Let's place the hands on our thighs and push our hips back. So I just want to throw a small disclaimer out there. It appears that I have some yard work going on at my house right now. So you might start to hear a leaf blower and some mowers. I will do my absolute best to make sure that you can still hear me over all that. Usually they're here on Wednesdays, but I think they had to get ahead of the game. From wherever you are in standing, hands are on the thighs, hips are pushing back. Let's press those hips back a little more. And then we're going to push into our hands to lift the chest and the back. So it's like a standing cow expression. We're using this pose today to strengthen our back muscles so that we're able to maintain healthy spine alignment. From here, big inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. Try pulling the belly forward and down towards the thighs. Relax your head and your neck. Shake the head, yes. Turn the head left and right. Let's shake the head, yes again. Just because, yes, I am in agreement with this, right? Yes, this feels good. When you're ready, slowly come up to center. Let's hold it there for a moment. Knees stay bent, and then walk the body up to standing. Easy on that blood pressure. Let's open our palms. From standing mountain, we're stepping our left foot back a small stride, and we're keeping a bend in the right knee. From here, go ahead and take your left hand over your body, and then the right hand over your body too. So you're gonna actually, let me cross this a little better. We're gonna take left over right. There you go. Left over right, and the left foot is back. When you're ready, step forward, open the palms. Take the right foot back and put the right hand over the left hand. So we're gonna alternate this a few times, working with mind and body coordination while we're stretching our hips and working on balance. When you're ready, open the hands, step forward, right foot goes back, right arm over the body, step forward, left foot back, left arm over, step forward, good, left foot back, left arm over, step forward, right foot back, right arm over. So whatever leg is stepping back, make that your dominant hand. Make that the one that crosses over. Stepping forward, right foot back, right arm over. One more. Left foot back, left arm over. This is our last set. Right foot back, right arm over. Let's step it to center. Taking the left foot back, again, keeping that soft bend in the knee. Let's turn the thumbs down, and we'll reach our hands behind us. You might be able to hold on to the fingertips here. You may even be able to lace your fingers and press the fist back, or keep the hands resting at the low back if that feels better for the shoulders. With our right knee bent, we're just going to shift forward and back a few times here. Adding in the breath, we inhale as we lift, maybe even looking up, and then we exhale and shift forward, looking down. Inhaling, straightening the front leg, lifting the chin to look up, and then exhale, gently lunging forward and looking down. Once you've done this a few times and maybe the body gets comfortable with it because we've seen it, we're practicing it together. Once we get to that point, I recommend closing the eyes. And you could close the eyes, maybe you just stop and close your eyes, then open, transition, close the eyes, or you can keep the eyes closed the whole time. Inhale, we shift back. Exhale, we shift forward. Add in that breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling like you're going to fog a mirror. Move the jaw around a little bit. Two more. Last one. Let's keep it forward. Release the hands down onto the right thigh. Push your hips back, keeping the left leg straight and the toe is just a little bit out to the side. Right leg is bent with the toe forward. Inhale, look forward. On your exhale, think about lowering down the belly towards the thighs. So if you're turning your belly button just a little bit, that's what we want here. Think of turning your belly button maybe just an inch towards your right thigh, and then slowly begin to come down. Listen to the body. Your body will tell you when it has gone far enough, and we don't want to push that today. From here, we may want to relax our head. We may want to put the hands down near the floor or on a chair if we have a chair close by. Wherever you are, check in with the head and the neck. Let your head hang loose like a rag doll. Shake the head, yes. Turn the head left and right. Let's try vocalizing the sound. Ha. We're going to do it together. Take a big breath in. 1, 2, 3. Ha. You really want to throw that sound with the breath out of your body. One more. Big inhale. 1, 2, 3. Ha. Move the jaw around. Ha. When you're ready, slowly walk the hands up the leg. Let's pause with both hands on that right thigh, always taking a precaution with blood pressure. Whether we have had issues or not, yoga can cause a little bit of dizziness sometimes, so we want to move slow. When you're ready, slowly come up. Easy does it. Let's step our feet into mountain again. Let's take a moment to reset the energy in the body by flying the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms back, reach it overhead, and then exhale from the elbow. It's that big sweep back. 2 more. When you're ready, let's bring the arms in front of the body, lacing our fingers. We're pushing out. Inhale. And then exhale, bring it in. 2 or 3 more. One more if that feels right for your body. When you're ready, we're bringing our hands behind us, stepping our right foot back a short stride, keeping a little bend in that left knee. Let's just shift forward and back a few times, allowing the body a little bit of time to experience how it may want to keep us balanced when we shift our weight. So as we shift forward, we push down into that left foot, we shift back, we push back into the right heel, and we just continue to shift a little bit. Adding in the breath, we exhale forward, inhale, come up, pull the ribs up, open your throat, big smile, exhale, inhale. It's a little more familiar, so maybe we go ahead and close the eyes. Allow the body to feel its way through the practice. Inhaling, last one. Exhale, coming forward. Let's bring our hands around onto the thigh. Starting with the elbows bent, we push our hips back behind us, keeping a flat back. From here, we begin to straighten the arms, pulling the ribs forward. And maybe we turn our belly button just an inch towards that left thigh. From here, big inhale, keeping that soft bend. We're lowering the belly, but we keep pulling forward for as long as possible. At some point, your spine will tell you that it wants to relax. And we just allow the spine, we surrender to what the body is saying to us. So relax your belly, relax your head. Maybe move those hands onto a chair, a wall, down towards the floor. Shake the head out. Keep that little bend in the left knee. Keep pressing back into the right heel. Turn the head left and right. Create that nice and loose effect in your neck. Let's practice exhaling from the throat. And add in that vocalization of the ha breath. Let's try it together. Big inhale. 1, 2, 3. Ha. Ha. Last one. Push the breath out. To safely come up, let's think about where the hands are. Gently walking the hands up to the thigh, pausing. Flip the hips back, flat back for support. Slowly bring it up to standing. And then let's realign those feet. Let's center the energy in the body, flying the arms a few times. Inhale, hands go back and come up and around. Big inhale, and then exhale back. 2 more. Last one. And back. Right, so we have a really interesting outer hip stretch to do today that can also serve as a little bit of a balance and coordination challenge. So even though we're not standing on one foot like we've done in the past for the balancing portion of the class, this is still a balance challenge. So to begin, start with your toes out just a little bit. The heels are maybe just an inch apart, and we're able to bend the knees so that they move in the direction of our toes. There's not a very big bend in the knees here. It's just enough to maintain circulation. Want to make sure that we don't pass out. Now from here, lift your right heel and put it behind your left heel. Then you're going to flatten that right foot and straighten your right leg. So you have left leg in front, it's never moved, the toes a little bit out to the side, right leg in back, and my right toe is facing my left heel. If I look over to the left side of the body, I can see my right foot. It's going to be, think of it like Simon Says with all the left and the right. Just follow close, really close. So left leg is in front, the knee is bent, right leg behind us, the leg is straight, hands to the hips. Let's take our right hand out with the palm facing up. Inhale, sweep that arm around and pat yourself on the shoulder with that hand. Right hand to the shoulder, right leg straight. On the next inhale, we're pulling our armpit open and we're leaning a little bit over to the left. Lean to the left, push down into your right foot. On the next inhale, reach that arm up and maybe reach it overhead a little bit. Pull up from your armpit on the inhale. Let's allow the expansion of the lungs to encourage this big side stretch on the right side of your body. Stretching the energy that usually is lying over your liver, So as we open the liver, this is a pose used to stimulate the energies in the body that help to release more iron into the bloodstream. And usually more iron for us can mean more energy, a little more alert. Look over your left shoulder, big inhale, pull out of that rib and hip. When you're ready, slowly bend the right elbow, coming out of that side bend. We want to move nice and slow with this so the body doesn't have any quick surprises. When you're ready, let's slowly return the right toe to its original position. Both toes out, both knees are softly bent. Let's move into the other side. So the right foot stays planted into the earth. We're lifting our left heel, sweeping that left toe behind the right heel, straightening our left leg. We lean back into that left leg with the left leg straight, right knee bent. Both hands at the waist or on the hips for support. Let's inhale, open the left arm, sweep it back and around, bend the elbow, pat yourself on the shoulder. Inhale, pull up out of that rib. Maybe look to the right. Look over the right shoulder for safety reasons. On the next inhale, we're stretching that left arm straight up towards the sky. Big stretch, maybe a side bend with it. Think about reaching from the armpit on the inhale. We exhale all the way. And then we inhale and pull up out of that side rib, opening the left side of the body, promoting better digestion, promoting better elimination processes. We want to get the toxins out. Big inhale. When you're ready, one more big breath. Let's slowly come out of that side bend. Bend that left elbow. Easy does it. Coming to center, hands by the hips. Please shift forward. Lift your left heel. Both knees are bent. And then bring the feet to center. Woo! We did it, y'all. We did it. And I cannot see any of you, but I have taught this so many times in person. I know that that is a big stretch with a lot of instruction. So congratulations for the coordination today. From wherever you are, you might want to grab a sip of water. We are going to come down onto the floor for a few stretches and eventually final relaxation, my personal favorite part of class. So grab any extra blankets, anything you want for comfort. Let's make sure that you don't have to move around too much once you get down onto the floor. To come down onto the floor with the least risk of injury, it is recommended that you take one foot back, lower a knee, maybe use a chair, other knee down, feet to the side, and that's how we make our way down. Now to lie down on the floor, it's recommended that you lie down on your side first and then roll over onto your back. Use the feet to shift your spine and hips around. Once we come down to lying on our backs, let's bend the knees and hug those knees into the chest, holding on behind the thighs. Maybe let your knees sway a little bit left and right. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. But if it feels good, go ahead and rock a little bit. Let's come to center and stretch those legs to the sky. Legs up the wall. You can point and flex your feet. This is my favorite way to start my day. Legs up the wall, rolling out the ankles. So in the night, if any fluid, that could be lymphatic drainage, it could be, any sort of fluid in the body that can accumulate in the joints. The first thing I like to do is check in with my ankles and my feet, because as I, come out of bed, I know that I'm going to take that first step in the morning, and that first step, we want to create as much comfort as possible to start our day. So I like to lay in bed and roll out my ankles a little bit. You could really do this any time of day. Being that we are moving into a colder season, this is considered kind of a sludgy time of year. Our body appreciates a little boost. It needs a little help with circulation. This is the one movement that we recommend that helps with that. When you're ready, let's slowly take the feet wide, wider than your hips, as wide as they want to go without pain. Take the hands to the sides or backs of your thighs and draw the knees towards your shoulders. You can flatten the feet. We are in happy baby pose. If you want, maybe try reaching up and holding on to your toes. And again, you can add in a gentle rock side to side. Soften the muscles in your face. The posture is really in its essence. There's a playfulness to the pose. Happy baby. When you're ready, come to any still point. Let's take our knees together, feet together, lower the feet, and maybe just slowly lift the hips away from the floor, finding bridge. We'll hold it here. Hands are down on the floor, outside the hips, pressing the palms down into the floor, squeezing the buttocks muscles just a little bit, not too much of a squeeze here. We don't want to put pressure on the low back. One more big inhale. Exhale, let's lower the back, lower the whole body, let those knees sway a little bit. Now let your body move in any natural way. So naturally, sometimes it feels good to go into a little twist, and you could hold it on one side. If you wanted to, you could even sit up and do some stretches. If you're just noticing that your body needs something, go ahead and give into that. Listen to your body. In the next minute or so, give yourself time to get comfortable for final relaxation and meditation. If you have extra pillows or blankets, you could always put a pillow under your head, a pillow or a blanket under the knees feels amazing. If you have a chair close by, you could put your feet up on a chair. This is another common practice for healthy circulation as well. So get comfortable, everyone. Let's go ahead and practice a little bit of breathing, either with your hands out beside you or on your belly, on your chest. Put your arms wherever you want. No matter where you are, start to notice the breath without judgment. Notice where is it going in your body. As you inhale, maybe you trace the path of your breath based on feeling, right? So noticing the sensation of the breath. The breath approaches you from a point, maybe about a foot from the tip of your nose. The breath comes to you. And as you open to receive that breath, you feel it touching the tiny sensory organs and membranes on the inside of your nose. And then that breath travels down the throat. Maybe it goes behind your heart. Maybe it moves to your left shoulder. Maybe it goes straight down to your belly. There's no right or wrong way for the breath to move. We're simply practicing through the art of observation, watching the breath without judgment. Now, maybe give the breath a color. So, apart from just feeling how the breath is moving, let's watch the breath, and it could be different. So, imagine your breath, it's all around us. Every breath that we take, we are immersed in that life force, in that energy. So, have a sense of the breath's presence. You are immersed in it, and the breath is like a big cloud. It may even have a color for you today. I recommend gold for healing light or bright white. And as we inhale, we draw this energy, this colored light into the body, and we watch where the breath goes. Again, there's no judgment. We're simply allowing the breath to reveal its character to us, its feelings. It has its own sensations. It has its own visuals. Now, no matter where that breath is in your body, feel yourself opening so that we're able to fully fill the body with breath. We become containers for the life force. So maybe we feel the breath expand from the most effortless place, or we watch the breath expand from the most open place. There may be some places in the body that are unsure. It's okay. Let the breath work its way around any place. It's okay to acknowledge parts of the body that say, not today. Today, I don't want the breath. It's okay. There's no judgment in that. Now, wherever you are, take the tip of your tongue and touch it to your gum line, just behind the two front teeth. So it's not quite the roof of the mouth. That's kind of really far back with the tongue. It's a light touch of the tip of the tongue to the back of your two front teeth, just along the gum line. And when you do this, relax your lower lip, especially the very middle of the bottom lip. Relax that area. Soften the pockets of your cheeks. If you start to salivate a bit, maybe you notice like saliva is starting to build up in your mouth. That's what we want. This is a specific acupressure point to alleviate stress. Dry mouth is usually a sign that we could be dehydrated. It could be a medicine that's causing it, but it's usually a sign that there is stress. So we want to promote salivation. We want to promote the jaw relaxing, the cheeks relaxing. Soften the muscles around the eyes, your inner ears. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your back row of teeth. We may want to stay here a little longer today, even as we conclude our practice together. You may want to stay a little longer. So if you don't have anywhere to go, I recommend you just stay here as long as it feels right for you. For those of you that maybe have some extra plans today, I do want to respect your time as we've been practicing for about an hour. For those of you who are closing with me today, let's take the hands over the heart. Take in a deep breath. Let's unify that energy. Big inhale. And then let it go with a sigh. Let's try one more. From here, we can close together. I thank you all for joining me today in our practice. Namaste, everybody. Go have a lovely day and stay warm, really warm. See you all next week.